If guys are listening and they do want it, like a little bit of a description, do you want me to like how we program like a bit of nutrition, maybe just to give the guys if they're listening? Because you did say a lot of like they get fixated on the macros, and a lot of what we do, like I don't give my guys macros. Like I'm some guys, I've got like maybe 5% of my clients, they really love macros and they love tracking it. In my head, I'm like, well, what are you paying me for? Like, that's my job, is to put all that. And like, I just give you a piece of paper and like I change it every now and then, but that's my job to do that. So you don't have to worry about that. If guys are listening and they want to like program their nutrition, a very good system that you can use is I highly encourage people to Google the Cunningham equation to figure out how much calories they have. So the Cunningham equation, figure out how many calories you have, get a good estimate of what you're burning during like the day. If you get like a step calculator or a watch or something, figure out how much calories you're burning during the day. And then this is all very like not the most accurate things you can do, but it gives you a good idea of your energy output, where like a heart rate monitor or whatever, a couple of sessions, so you can get a better idea of how many calories your body's actually using in a day, and it'll probably surprise you by how many you actually are. There's two methods you can do. You can either eat at the number that the Cunningham equation gives you, or what I like to do with my guys is I bump it up to so you're at least recovering from those training sessions. If you want to program macros, a very good strategy to use 2 to 2.5 grams per kilogram of fat-free mass for your protein. And when I say per kilogram fat-free mass, like go get a DEXA scan, get someone with calipers to get an estimate on your body fat. And essentially your fat-free mass is the mass of your body minus the fat that you have in your body. So if you're 77 kilos and you're 10% body fat, that's 7 kilos of fat. Your fat-free mass would be 70 kilos. So for protein, 2 to 2.5 grams per kilogram fat-free mass. For your fat, 0.5 to 1 grams per kilogram fat-free mass. And then whatever calories you have left over, give them all to carbohydrates. So you figured out like how many calories you need from your Cunningham equation and your energy expenditure and blah, 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 all that stuff. Work out how much protein you need to preserve your muscle and your lean mass. Work how much fat you need to keep your hormonal health and everything else going. And then give the rest to carbohydrates, because no matter what combat sport you're doing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, we need a lot of carbs. And you cannot do well at this sport. You cannot have a longevity in this sport if you're not eating carbohydrates. Give all the rest of your calories to carbohydrates and eat them. So that's if guys are listening and they're like, oh man, I want to get an idea about my macros. That's what I would recommend, and what I would call is pretty close to a gold standard to what we have in combat sports nutrition right now.